Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back for some Loud Thumbs news with Nick, and I'm Nick. And we're going to talk about news today on the big February 1st, 2024. February has started, January's gone. What a fast month. It's over. It's behind us. It's in the past, right? On to new news. Here we go. This bit of news here is breaking right before I sat down here, not too long before I sat down. And that is Devolver Digital's CEO has stepped down with immediate effect. I have not even read this yet, so let's read it together. Devolver Digital has announced that its CEO, Douglas Morin, has stepped down. Morin joined the publisher and developer in 2020 as chief of staff and was appointed CEO in 2021. The company has now stated that Morin has stepped down. However, as part of the planning for Devolver's long-term growth and development, Morin will be replaced by Harry Miller, a Devolver co-founder, who had served as the company's CEO in the past. In an official statement, Miller said, "On behalf of the board and everyone at Devolver, I would like to thank Douglas for his significant commitment and achievements at Devolver in the last 4 years. Douglas's energy, leadership, and determination were critical to our IPO and program to build our infrastructure as a listed company, culminating in the exciting system era acquisition. I am excited by the opportunity to step back in the CEO role. It's an incredible pleasure and honor to continue to work with Devolver's fantastic and talented team, building out a strong pipeline of fun and creativity, and of course, delivering on our long-term growth strategy. Notice here to display this embedded, please. Oh, okay, excuse me. That is some weird cookie thing. Devolver's planned releases for 2024 are included here as Plucky Squire, Skate Story, Pepper Grinder, and Angerfoot. Today it's also revealed Children of the Sun, a sniper puzzle game where players control each bullet fired, the trailer of which can be seen on VGC, which I'm getting this article from if you want to check it out. Earlier today, it was confirmed that Devolver-owned studio Artificer had laid off half its staff, accounting for 28 people, 18 effective immediately, and the other 10 after their current project is completed. The company also stated the revenue in 2023 is in line with consensus expectations. So more layoffs. Didn't expect that at the end of that article. Bad news bears. It's just I like talking news. It's definitely a big deal, but what in the world? I don't want to talk about it anymore right now. Honestly, I'm just going to be totally honest. I'm going to skip even my 2 cents on that and just wish them and Plucky Squires, which that's the one I'm pumped for, just give me some good stuff. Devolver, send it my way. I want to play that game. It looks like it's a lot of fun. It looks very unique, and I'm here for it. So let's move on. More CEO news. We have Supermassive co-founders have left the company. So that is plural. The co-founders of Until Dawn and the Quarry Studios Supermassive Games have stepped down from the company. As spotted by Game Rant, the announcement was made recently on the studio's LinkedIn page with a message paying tribute to the co-founders Pete and Joe Samuels. It says, "After 15 years, we say goodbye to our founders." The message reads, "Pete and Joe, thank you for creating supermassive game story that we will continue to write. Your supermassive legacy will live on. We all wish you both the very best of luck in your next chapter." More just people leaving. A lot of shakeups, man. A lot of shakeups. The only thing I like about shakeups is my lemon shakeups. Like, what's going on? Like, no. This is... Hopefully there's a bigger picture that I just can't see, but there's a lot of things happening, a lot of stuff changing, and not in a lot of time. This is happening super fast, and I still don't like it. So, not a major fan of what we got going on here. It's a lot of back and forth and a lot of people losing jobs and leaving for their own reasons. And it's given me a different perspective of the video game like universe, you know, the inner parts of it, you know, not just the fun parts where you get to grab a controller and have a blast and forget, you know, we're on Earth, right? Anyway, let's move on. We're going to talk about some more stuff. Just kind of a negative Nancy day as I continue down this path, unfortunately. But we have several European retailers reportedly no longer stocking physical games. See you later. Which I reported on this earlier in the week, and I believe I even touched on it last week some. But yeah, here it is. It's according to GameIndustry.biz. Christopher Dring says that Game Industry's Microcast, that which I'm assuming this is a podcast, that he heard that the sales of physical games for consoles are so low that retailers have decided to stop stocking the product. Quote, I got told by a major publisher just before Christmas that across Europe, several retailers have started not listing Xbox anymore. Quote, so they've just started not stocking Xbox games anymore. Xbox is such a digital console, the physical performance of the games is really low, and ultimately, when you're selling a console that most people are just downloading games for, it really doesn't benefit the retailer very much. And I mean, I get that. Obviously, they talk about the margins here and everything going on. We know, if you guys have been paying attention to the news, anytime last year there was the leaks that we're getting an all-digital future coming from Xbox. There will be no more consoles with disk drives. So unless you have a Series X like I have on my shelf over here, you won't, I can't even say or the old ones because they're not going to play Series X games, but you're not playing them. You're not buying them, I should say. You're going to be downloading them. They're all going to be a downloadable game only. And that's definitely an unfortunate thing happening in the world. It's going to balance out at some point. I don't know how it's going to balance out, but some way or another, everything, like, life finds a way, right? You guys have seen Jurassic Park. Jeff Goldblum, come on, Ian Malcolm. Life finds a way. Gamers find a way, right? I don't know what they're going to find, how we're going to find it. I'm in the group there with you. I'm in the boat rowing along too, trying to just get downstream, figure out what's going on. But it's a shakeup again. It's a big shakeup. Things are changing. And the news is always happening. And I'm here to report on it. So we're going to move on to the next one. We're going to talk about Devil May Cry Special Edition and Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition and Devil May Cry 4 delisted from Steam. There's been other delisted. I know Spec Up the Line has been delisted. That happened just a couple days ago. But now we're getting it again. So we have a tweet here posted up by Wario64 that says Devil May Cry 4 and Devil May Cry 3 Special Editions just got delisted on Steam. Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition is still available. There's no other DMC version for DMC 3 except the one with DMC HD Collection. Now, that's the one I own. I own that on PlayStation. But what's going on here? There's a lot of, copyright things, and you got to continually re-up the copyrights for likenesses and music and, all these licenses that they need to have to make these games continually stay alive and valid, right? I think this is a negative thing that some people aren't pinpointing. Like, I don't think about it often. I've thought about it just recently with talking about so much stuff digital and so many things delisted now and physical going away. I mean, I can go take this game and put it in a console and play it if I have the physical disc. So the fact that it's gone because some kind of a license thing is a whole new digital problem. I don't know if the lawyers are working on something there to where you have, the rights to the music or whatever for an indefinite amount of time, but it feels like there's something missed in this part of digital gaming that needs to be found and corrected, because it's definitely a problem, and this is unfortunate. I mean, I'm glad I have the full collection, so I still have all the games, but for a lot of people out there who haven't picked these up and played these, I don't know if they're doing some kind of a remake or what the deal could be, but they can't play them right now unless they go buy them physically, or if they want to buy the whole collection, and maybe they already have one or two of those other games and they don't need all of them together. But I guess it is what it is when it comes to one of them situations in gaming. We're, again, back at, just wait and see what's happening. Who knows? I'm not fully sure, but I'm right there with you, trying to figure out where the boat's going. I mean, we're all just paddling together, right? But yeah, I don't know. Got to laugh about it, I guess. Otherwise, you're just gonna cry about it. It's kind of how I see it. Let's move on here. Tencent is reportedly seeking to acquire Dungeons and Dragons from Hasbro. This is kind of big news here. Chinese media agent Tencent, which I just talked about those guys laying off some people. Now they're trying to buy big stuff. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. But Tencent is reportedly seeking to acquire Dungeons and Dragons IP from Hasbro. According to Beijing-based outlet Pandaily, Hasbro's financial issues are the main reason for the proposed sale. Wizards of the Coast has denied the report. It says in a statement here to VGC, it says, quote, we regularly talk to Tencent and enjoy multiple partnerships with them across a number of our IPs. We don't make a habit of commenting on internet rumors, but to be clear, we are not looking for or to sell our D&D IP. Quote, we will keep talking to our partners about how to bring the best digital experiences to our fans. We won't comment any further on speculation or rumors about potential M&A or licensing deals, end quote. So if Tencent were able to pick that up and do something there, I could immediately see them trying to copyright something where they could like block, like, you know, Baldur's Gate games and all these kinds of things. It just, I don't know. Tencent and Embracer Group, they just, I don't know, give me a bad taste in my mouth. That's just what it is. So I don't think this is a good idea. We'll have to see whether or not this becomes a real thing, but I hope it doesn't, because what a waste that could be for potential when it comes down to all of the D&D fans. Like, the potential of more awesome stuff for them, and now they're just going to lose out on whatever it is because Tencent doesn't really run the greatest ship over there as far as the internet and myself are concerned. They're just a little too wishy-washy and all over the place. All right, here, let's try and end off on a little bit of good news, okay? I don't know about y'all out there, but me, I'm a pretty big WWE fan, okay? Been for a long time. I'm not the one that watches them every day or every weekday or weekend or whenever they're on, which seems to be every day. But I do enjoy watching wrestling when it's on and when I'm available to watch it. It's a good time. Have a good time watching it. Pop some popcorn, whatever. You know, don't take it seriously. That kind of thing. Just have a good time. But they do have a hands-on here on VGC over videogameschronicles.com that they were actually able to check it out. And it says WWE 2K24 aims to be the head of the table. And they announced this latest game as WWE game 10 days ago. And it's only released a little more than a month away. So it's already entering the final stages. Isn't that crazy? Like, we know they're going to come out, but then they announce it, and then the game comes out in, like, you know, a month, which is kind of crazy. I think it's cool, but I need to delve in more to 2K23 because I have it, and I haven't jumped in. I picked it up on a holiday sale. But we have here, it says, no sooner than we started contemplating the newly announced modes that we found ourselves sitting in Take-Two's UK office with a demo build of the game, trying some of them out for ourselves. From what we've played, and then we can see, and as you can likely see, there's two videos you can watch here on their website as well about this, by the way. It says it's clearly being careful not to fix what wasn't broken from last year. So that's good for me, because I need to I need to play last year some more. But the 2K series is currently experiencing resurgence again, following the disaster of the 2K20. Yeah, that got me to thinking about them again. I did not play them then. But the subsequent cancellation of 2021, that really made me think, like, uh-oh. And then improved 2K22 and 2K23. I picked up 22. 22 is fun. It's a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun times playing that with my boy. That was awesome. Introducing him into wrestling and stuff like that's always a good time. And then this year's version is very much an evolution of the previous two, with not too many changes in the ring, it says. There are some tweaks here and there, and you can now perform diving attacks more than one person, for example. If you connect with the person you're aiming at and they fall back and knock another one over, they'll get hit as well. We noticed more camera cuts during certain moves, making it a bit more like television. But that's cool. I always like the presentation makes a huge difference. And then one of the highlights of the 2K game is the showcase mode. And it says in this mode, it's themed as the theme is 40 years of WrestleMania, where we were only able to play about 3. They mentioned about 3 matches here. It said the first was Ultimate Warrior versus Ravishing Rick Rude in WrestleMania 5, which was Warrior's first ever pinfall loss in the WWF, which was the name at the time for all you youngsters out there. But when we were to fast forward to 2 final matches in the showcase, both from WrestleMania 39, of Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, and Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. The fact that you can play as the winner of each match means you have to play as Rude, Ripley, and Reigns in these particular instances. So it sounds like it's kind of staged a little bit, but you get to be the the whole big situations, get to have fun with it. But I'm gonna go ahead and play these here. Why not? But these, I think they look cool. Like, I've always had fun with wrestling games. They're kind of cheesy. They're not perfect, but they've come a very long way in a very short amount of time. And it excites me personally to check them out again, just because they're just simple. Kind of shut your brain off and play sort of games. And I think that's the cool part about them. But yes, as you can see, they're excited about it here, and they say, quote, of the other modes we tried, ambulance matches are probably the most unique. Indeed, the only time this match type has featured before in a WWE game was in the DS version of the WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. They really, I kind of read through all of this here. You can see they got a long bit if you guys want to read about it in some more detail. I won't just read the article to you here on the show, but they like it. They're saying it's a lot of the good stuff that they already did and just more kind of piled on top of that. And I'm excited to check it out. I'm probably going to do that again when it's on a sale. That's just my mentality. These come out like right about the time I get busy, and then like I don't play them. So I always have that like discounted version that I can just pick up and play every once in a while. So I'm always usually about a year behind. But what do you guys do with your wrestling games, your sports titles out there? How big are these for you? Do you love your WWEs? Who's your biggest wrestler out there that you really follow? I'm a big Rock and John Cena guy. I'm the old schooler stuff. I love Undertaker and Stone Cold and Kane and all those guys. So I'm the old guy of the group when it comes down to it. But some of the new stuff is really cool to see. Some of the new characters that they come up with over this is awesome. But these games are always a lot of fun, and they look amazing. Like they're so flashy and like just good looking video games. It kind of blows my mind. Let me just toss this up. Look how good that looks. That's silly. That's just silly how good that looks. It's awesome. That's the coolest thing for wrestling games for me, is how good they can look over time and how far they've came in such a short amount of time, I should say, from falling from grace, 4 years ago, to this big deal where now people are really digging them. All the big wrestling fans love them, and I'm excited to see what people do with them. They're a lot of fun to watch people play online as well, and just see the silly things they come up with. But that's it for news today. I'm out of here for now. Lot of bad news today again. So hopefully there's some good news coming soon, and we can talk about some cooler stuff. I'll be checking out a game demo for Mario versus Donkey Kong, so I'm going to be playing that. And then there's also the new Silent Hill game that got dropped from the PlayStation State of Play yesterday. So I'll be checking that out as well. And talk to me in the chat on those if you guys have picked those up. That'll be some of the stuff we'll be playing here in the next couple of days. And maybe I'll talk about them on the news too. Just let you know my input on them. They're out there. Why not, right? All right, guys. Well, hey, that's it. If you liked the video, remember, hit the like button. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Anyway, I'm here daily for news for you. Let's talk video games down in the comments. Make sure you click the bell so you can follow, and you can see all of our all of our stuff as soon as it comes out. Watch me live as soon as it comes, and we can chat in the chat room. And at the same time, talk news, talk video games. But that's it. I'm out of here. Remember, and controllers need exercise too, so keep those thumbs loud.